Hi students, previous day I told you about the invasion of Muhammad Ghori and Muhammad Ghazni. Today I will discuss you about the Cholas. The Chola dynasty was one of the most powerful dynasty in South India. It ruled over Tamil Nadu and parts of Karnataka. During the rule of Rajaraja I and his son Rajendra Chola entered the most glorious phase. They expanded the kingdom beyond South India to Sri Lanka, Java, and Sumatra. Next is about the Rajendra I. Rajaraja I. Rajaraja I constructed the beautiful Shiva temple at Tanjavur called Rajeshwara temple, and his son Rajendra I, by his military valor and administrative talent, raised the Chola Empire to a pinnacle of glory. He adopted the title of Gangaikonda and founded a new capital called Gangaikonda Cholapura. Now, kings and the ministers. The king was the head of the state. He discharged his duties and responsibilities with the help of council of ministers and other high officers. The inscriptions of the Chola prove that their system of administration was highly organized and efficient. Apart from the ruler, there was a ministerial council and an organized administrative staff. Revenue was derived mainly from land and collected in kind or cash, or both, by village assemblies. Land was possessed by individuals and communities. The state's share of land revenue was fixed at one-third of the produce after an elaborate land survey in the time of Rajaraja I. Agriculture prosperity was ensured by the special attention given to irrigation by the government as well as local authorities. Village assemblies were responsible for maintaining tanks in good condition. Now, the army. The army consisted of elephant, cavalry, and infantry. Attention was given to training and discipline of the cantonments. It was composed chiefly of Kaikolas or Sengundar. The commanders enjoyed the rank of Nayaka, Senapati, or Mahananda Nayaka. Next, Chola administration. Chola Empire was divided into mandalams or provinces. These were usually governed by the princes of the royal family. The provinces were further divided into Vandalu or districts and Nadu or groups of villages. The village was the primary unit of society and polity. They were known as kurrams, the village assemblies held by the society together through its unique feature of autonomy and self-sufficiency. Under the Cholas, temples became the center of life. They were not only places of worship but also emerged as the hub of economies, political and cultural activities. Sculpture and painting. The metal and stone images cast during the period are exquisite. The masterpiece of Chola sculpture is the famous Nataraja of the dancing Shiva image at the great temple of Chidambaram. This Nataraja has been described as the cultural epitome of the Chola period. The Cholas also patronized paintings are those in the Pradakar Srinath of the Rajeshwara temple. Thank you.